But the uncle Ahumano so Zoom, yes. Oh, okay. Senior, Memo watching.
Major also.
Kwaku Amadume. If I got it right.
Koku Amadume. Koku.
So your Koku is not our Kwaku. Yes, I got it now, bro.
Yes. I think the differences are in the pronunciations and the spelling.
For sure.
For
sure. Okay. So it happens to be the spokesperson for National Food Suppliers Association. National Food Suppliers Association. That is Koku Amedume. And bro, how much and a year are buying more a kahi and are buying them more through the buffer stock supplies some of the ama.
Now I buying at the close to 250, a little over 250 million Ghana cedis, but there was some release. Some were last year. Okay, Minister of Education, your call Minister of Education, or should I say, at the time he released about 90% of what they were owing us. Unfortunately, buffer stock couldn't account for the 90%, but rather, minimum 82%, a BG 3%, a BG 4%. And so the issue is the chief executive is given too much autonomy or discretion for the allocations of the monies allotted to him, because more were interest in the award in the payment of the supplies, because they have people who they are connected to, and so they have interest in those supplies. And it is a Minister of Education releases Kanamaya. They have the discretion to tell or to decide how much is to be paid to A and how much is to be paid to B. Oh. And see, who are interested persons and mamono. Yeah, interested persons and mamono. A BG 1%, a BG 2%, a BG 3%, a BG 4%. But a BG 100% and a BG 90%. That should tell you, sir, there is some level of conflict of interest. But the point here is that the minister has indicated, or Kasano, or Kase, our source in the ministry is misleading us.
Yes.
We are not hiding our source. We are not hiding our source. Our source is the Minister of Education. I was in a meeting. With the minister.
You mean more source? The only information regards to payments are airflow. The Minister of Education.
The Minister of Education. In fact, we were with the minister in a meeting to discuss this our money issue. The minister placed a call to Hanan, the CEO of Buffer Stock, for 16 times. He never picked up. He never returned the call. We waited in the minister's office for 1 solid hours. It was after all this wasting of time that the minister informed us that, indeed, he even brought documents to show that he has released 90% of our monies to Buffer Stock. And so he was calling Hanan to ask the veracity or otherwise of our claim that we've not been paid. And I don't know why Mr. Hanan would want to deny this, because in all inclusive meeting where the minister was there and our executives were also there, or admitted said there was 13 batches that were still left out, and he paid, and minister released 13 batches that for him to pay, but he paid only 6 batches. So where are the rest? He's been recorded in a meeting where he made all these admissions. See, I'm happy he's agreed, sir, or the car, and I buy the car.
Mm-hmm.
But
he's saying, sir, a car buying the mono is about 198 million.
I am the say or Jiatum say I buy the car.
But
I want him to do that.
what he meant was say Ministry of Finance and releases cannot emam into the all more information, more contact person now more information. I what can say a Minister of Education a year already chum say releases can be almost fair my that is not true.
Me say Minister ni I am a witness. Me bo me members who are be say bia me members na kan yetiabo.
Okay.
And I make can well with I was with the vice chairman of our association, the chairman himself of our association. I was with the secretary. We're 5 in numbers in a meeting with the minister's office. We went as far as 6. It was 6, 4 weeks ago or 4 months ago. That was when we held the meeting. The minister told us point blank that he has paid the money 90% to buffer stock. In fact, it is the reason for which Minister of Education is doing his own supply through commodity exchange. It is because of that 90% that was released to buffer stock, and buffer stock, according to Hanan, used that money to defray loans on their books. He told us on the meeting that some of the releases have been on the tier loan. As our members were in the meeting. We were numbered about
Sir, Minister of Education, a catcher will say, Hanan the Sikana, Yadi Abasi and Fentuamo suppliers, Nakano. What is Sikana tier loan?
They say, yeah, Minister Catcher said, we're really Sikana Mahanano. After you started agitation, private agitation. You to me, Kosa, Yembo media for money. You to me, Kukuho in our numbers. Into Bakubi, I call ya Yanon. And I see our Mecca. The following Mecca by an over frame meeting in I call you. In his rendition, he made admissions that some monies were released, but also alone. I want the books move. So he used some part of our loans to defray. Your friend is saying the loan our.
But that amounts to misapplication of funds. Sika, exactly. that is meant for a year payment of supplies. Now so the cocoa loan. No, just a different. What are you guys doing? As a more cost special prosecutor, what man?
You see, prosecution of crimes or initiation of crime is not against us. This is a state. And the state institution, the state itself has the capacity to determine the veracity or otherwise of our claims, or the veracity or otherwise of buffer stock company. Simple audit could unravel some of these things we are talking about. Simple audit could unravel why some people were paid 90% or 100%, and some were paid only 5%. Some were paid only 2%. Simple audit would unravel that 90% of the money that is owed to us was released by the Minister of Education and to buffer stock. Audit will review that it is the main reason why education recently has engaged in supply itself. Then Hanan herself has said it. Question Hanan, I'm saying on authority that the reason the Minister of Education is engaged in supply of foods through commodity exchange is because of that 90% that he released to Hanan, and Hanan never dispersed that money accordingly. In fact, let me put this on record, that even the exchange commodity, we are the very people who are doing it. I'm registered with exchange commodity company, and so it's the same suppliers they are dealing with, except that they are not as many as we were at buffer stock. But let me make it clear that the fact that Minister of Education is doing its own supply through commodity exchange doesn't mean we are not in the picture. We are the same group. You cannot find the foodstuffs anywhere but from us. So when you go to award contracts to people who are not really in the business, they come back to us to source for the funding.
Okay.
I can tell you on authority that MPs, today's MPs, current MPs are also doing supply.
Oh, wow.
I'm telling you, current MPs are awarded buffer stock contract to do supply. When we the suppliers are also here.
But Kogu, that is an allegation for now. Say MPs as supply to buffer stock. They've been given that contract. Momo hormone no. Ya demo kana yentu ya no. Ya sign the MPs as almost supply. MPs no ya the amount a wunim for sure say the amount na so bi na aka so MPs we kura supply
na yeni MPs ni kwehia dan ka ye ko dan ka no almost omo ba say office there public office into who ko dan ka you know these things these are open secrets ebia enayet radio so and said 80 TV so nti en shocking, but I'm telling you on authority that there are MPs who are also in the business of supply, but Omoti, Parliament House, Juma. Adia buffer stock, you may know what they say. Says you can't better Hanan account. Both are penny be actually for no afraid, me patrol to your company way first. To your way first, to your way 80%. To Hanan and Casan who train. Hanan not your officer, Casan who train. His hands are tied.
Why indecisive? He's been remote controlled by
Exactly.
On how well bet this best a year Sikano. But what are you a year guys suppliers no? What are you doing? Say most supply a year your friend is saying Adrianino more mobile. And I said the Minister of Education the about on one casa no and no na modi money actual on mass say more supply the amount
and no and yeah. So see a Minister of Education most of the supplies. Inti and no na see your members be brave etu many see what more yet. But our point still remains. Say 14 days. And na yede ma ban. Say unpaid bibi can share.
Starting from when? The 14 days start from when?
It starts from the day we held the press conference.
That's
24th.
24th.
From that very moment. Yes, 24th. So we're counting 14 days from that moment. Say so far, Minister near a committee, we have held a closed door discussions with the minister on Friday. Or today, yes, finance minister, and so what's your letter? I show you, in the form of petition at their court. Say or the short letter just so at their communist finance for your kids at my. But you see, the reason why we don't believe in this promise anymore is that this song has been sung to us on several occasions. It's been sung to us for the past 18 months. We are hitting 2 years with that same song. The Sikaneba, Minister Etupain, Chief Executive of Buffer Stock, or Mecca, Yan Chain. Inti, ka. Chief Executive of Comecaba. That is how serious our issue has been. That is how serious we have sunk in terms of our credibility. Meaning, Sanyamana Yajibat Untono, Yajibat supply. Bebrena is on credit. Bebrena Yakojiti loans, our bank a bank. And so the banks are on our necks. The people, the farmers, we took some of these goods from are on our necks. Yam baby no so import Yamani beef, the neighboring countries. This is maize need beans. It is those times are almost on maize, yet you supply maize at the price of 500 cents. And now I can say maize, a bag of maize. 1,200. Look at the difference. It is I buy my 500 now. How are we going to be faring in the business? The Ekumi Crown said, Sikaya Abedi are buying home for almost 2 years new. On your interest in my Minya, into Saga, a more multitude that my abaya jumay, and come private business no more run here. Ombe Japan, Ama, yes, is your musi. At Danny Omeni Masha from sea. Now, Mr. Hanan and Kamayentia, or say, Oma Boaboeda, now they have helped us by giving us money when we are not due for payment. I don't know what he meant by that. I don't know whether he meant that they borrowed us money. Why would you, chief executive, pay for money that you have not that there have never been any supply? That is not true. It is untruth, and it is so disrespectful. Say obekache mami foye omo eye the breadwinners of their family. Say ono Hanan ena ebwa amo musika and some. I don't really understand what he meant by saying he said we were paid money that we were not
meant for.
We were not due. Ade odi chayana. Just we came at one point in time to tell him that we needed money for our pockets or we needed money to import or what.
And that is not true to you.
It is never true.
So how NIA payment no structure no when you supply the products no at the buffer stocker saying now almost supply almost make payments so I supply share money year in the sense one make supply and then yes a dinahi and answer breben yes so mutuamuka
say what supply nyamane the schools thing na one now obet farm transport now they are schools and yes all the got centralized position na school for na be wow the schools thing na we are watch invoices now they are called buffer stock now buffer stock and in the contract omo and say 60 days after supply I will say
okay
now
60 days that
60
is 2
days
months.
Okay and one that's I'm a fit you know about 3.
So has there been a day or a time where my supply na be a bosumi pepe 30 days 20 days or 10 days and as my supply am the receipt no call ya happen yet you am campaign?
Oh yeah. We had been there. We had been at a point where say even buffer stock ML letter like contract letter crowd the call bank where most we had been at a point where buffer stock letter contract letter crana even private individuals crowd person partner be also most can fire supply no because obi ho Christiano but opebi dia but many okazi that credibility no asanke
okay
buffer stock contract obi person obi hu crana ni so.
How long so how long now Maya supplier Musika MI the current one we are discussing?
How long are you there?
Maya supply now Sikaya can once the 189 million Ghana cedis no MI enough one abosumi na enfia hini
enfie poly mienu
2 years
enfie mienu pacho ayin
wow
na onia nti wow share 2 years na misika kodi aban kukom 2 years na sika so alone na me kwaje here sisi interest running close to by 46-47% at the banks into over 2 years ni wa calculate here and she said your value no of your working capital na depreciate. It is so crazy. The air cost no I asifim pa and it is a deliberate machinations by the managers of the free associations because of their own personal interest. And yet, a Jumani ye and nanti into no more to office. Omo office ho nyina ye omo botum de ebe kwama. That's why they sit in the office. Because
so who are the who are the MPs are almost supply money almost come kokoshia ya almost supply eduane, because we know sir before sana being a member of parliament you are not permitted to engage in those your profit making ventures unless you write to the speaker for the speaker to also give you the your friends and the permission and answer to go ahead. Who are these MPs? Me MP can one
when him the entire no, because mind you, these MPs are not stupid.
They are not.
Into almost the companies, private different companies are any omudim.
Okay.
Any other they are registered. Into me bought the dia now call buffer stock.
All right, I get that. Okay.
But the truth of the matter is that they know. In fact, both opposition MPs and the ruling MPs. What they are saying? It is Sikana Basana. There's no equity in this distribution. Say, a home minister said you're releasing 90%. Who is Mr. Duchi Monim the Okana? Onim the Okapa. Into 90%, you know. On one hand, and it meets what Ojichumu said. 90% represented about 13 faces, but we make only 6. So where are the rest? The entire Ebanesani said, Sikani Betuma, on one gas on the personal interest of company, be honest, say, be honest, yes, of any also to a cafe.
Okay.
Oh, one now. Your friend from Jubilee House, Minister be a friend. You don't understand how the payment is disbursed.
So Koku, what's the what's the way forward? What's the way forward? Now Hanan is still in place, he's still in charge. Anna, looking at things, what you are telling us, it simply tell us say Hanan being in charge, you know, or you lose ama ya control no. Your bond to a gen do one year and san waye. And you guys are still there as suppliers. Hanan is still in charge. What's the way forward?
The way forward is, I think, what the minister is trying to do now. On the contract now, I have to question the ministry now, or through commodity exchange.
Okay.
Into a step to mitigate. Another way forward is what you and I are doing. We should be more critical of this state institution, and you should give us a platform to air some of the views that we have, or some of the sentiment, or some of the experiences, or some of the things that these state institutions are making us go through. We need to look at the core mandate of that state institution, buffer stock. They establish buffer stock. No, there should be a relook at its core mandate. So, see, buffer stock are a procurement company, which is not the reason why it came into being. We have diverted the core mandate or the core objective of buffer stock. You see, a buffer stock, I no more or procure the through private individuals. Buffer stock, my understanding of its establishment in 2010 was to stock, to be responsible for buying goods food supplies from the local farmers and store it so that at a period where those foods are in scarcity, they can release it at a reduced price. I think that's the essence in my basic understanding of the institution buffer stock. That is the basic, that's the reason why it was brought into being. Tisiano, buffer stock, award the contract, wo kopenya brand cost supply my way, kopenya brand, kope maize bra. Now, wo ko kope maize in the bar. Now, Obama abaya 2 years on Tiauka, or Cresika, no Akofa man for the private people, no Mako, Musika, Munkotonya man, no Massa Paya, Abetonya man at a very cheap price.
Anyway,
like,
Kwaku,
at a very high.
Your voices are well heard. Mama now was say, now I'm bringing to me from see animal. I'll pay say, Yedin Komo, our original TV. So, thanks so much for your time.
Thank you.
All right, so Koku, yeah, it's Koku Amedume. And so a spokesperson, National Food Suppliers Association, and